Hey, so does your business or a business that you're looking to acquire have to be profitable in order to qualify for an SBA loan? This is a question I got from a client recently, and they were told by an SBA lender that the business that they were looking to acquire, although it was profitable the last 2 years, because it was not profitable 3 years ago, they were told that it didn't qualify for an SBA loan. And they came to me and they were just asking, is that actually the case? And what are my other options? In this case, that is not true. In fact, you don't have to be profitable at all in order to qualify for an SBA loan. What you do have to do is demonstrate that you will be able to cash flow the proposed loan. You need to be able to clearly demonstrate that you'll be able to cash flow that loan. And the lender is going to need to be able to prove that and document that, why they think you'll be able to cash flow the loan. They need to have backup in their file so that if your loan goes bad, and the lender goes to the SBA and says, hey, the loan went bad, they didn't repay the loan, the bank is hoping that the SBA will reimburse them or guarantee a portion of that loan. Okay, so then the way that most lenders actually try to document or determine whether the business will be able to repay the loan is based on historical performance. So most lenders are going to look at your previous historical performance. They're going to look on the business's tax returns and they're going to say, okay, how profitable was this business? How much cash flow did this business have historically? And based on that historical cash flow, would they be able to cash flow this proposed loan? So although it is technically not required for you to have been profitable in the past in order to qualify for an SBA loan, because you could have a situation where you say, well, we weren't profitable before, but something happened, something new happened, and now we can show projections that we will be able to be cash flow positive in the future. Most lenders are not willing to take that risk of doing a projection-based loan, okay? They tend to want to base things on the historical financial performance. And so the issue with this particular client was that their lender told them something that was not an SBA rule. That was just their internal policy. That was just the lender's internal policy, but the employee at the lender said, oh, that's an SBA rule. So now this poor client assumed that they couldn't get an SBA loan anywhere because it was just an SBA rule. In fact, it was just that particular lender who was going to approach this deal very conservatively and said, we actually don't care that you were profitable and could cash flow the loan the last 2 years because we're looking back 3 years ago and you weren't profitable then. And so just based on that, we're going to pass. We don't like the deal. So I just want to make it very clear that there's a very big difference between what are the SBA rules, the actual SBA rules, the government agency rules versus any individual lender. There are hundreds, maybe thousands of SBA lenders around the country, and they all have their own internal parameters and rules. So keep that in mind. You don't actually have to be profitable, but you may have a hard time finding a lender who is going to be willing to do something projection-based. It's really going to be every circumstance is different, right? So every situation is a little bit different. You may be able to find a lender depending on your particular circumstances that even if you said, hey, yep, last year was a bad year. This is what we did to change it. We're in a new position now. We really could use the capital for XYZ. You might be able to find a lender willing to listen to that story. So if you've got a deal that you're trying to find a lender for and you want to run that by me, I do offer a free SBA review. I'll put a link in the description of the video below so you can fill out this form, give me a little bit more context, and then I'll record a quick video and just give you some feedback and try to help find a good option for you. So hope that's been helpful. If you have any questions, reach out to us at support@projectionhub.com. Thanks.